Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jess and welcome to today's video. So if you guys have not seen my face before, go ahead and click that subscribe button right here because it helps me out so much. And I also have an Instagram that I will be promoting until the day I die. Yay! Okay, so today's video is going to be a part 2 to the Q&A that I did about a week ago. You guys asked so many questions, like I still had so many to go through. So I said that if you guys wanted to see a part 2, I would make one. It seems like you guys did, so thank you so much. If you have not already seen the part 1 to this video, go ahead and click it. I'll put it like up here somewhere. I don't know where, but I'll put it up here. Okay, so let's just hop in to the questions because I know there are still a lot to answer. Yeah, let's just go through them. So to start us off, Alyssa Hargreaves asked, what is your go-to monologue / song? I definitely do not have a go-to monologue or song. Monologues, I hate doing monologues. I do not have a go-to monologue at all. I've gotten this question a few times and truly I can't help you guys because I can't even help myself. But as for songs, I have a few that I will pick from, like a top 3 that I use for like general things. But really it depends on the audition and what it requires, what the show is, and I kind of go off that. I usually use whatever's in my book and I'll go from there. But I don't really have a go-to. I definitely have some favorites, but I don't have a go-to. Madeline asked, what made you know you wanted to be a performer? There wasn't really anything in particular. I think it was just always the thing that I ended up going back to. I love performing from such an early age, and then in middle school I really got into theater, doing community theater, and then my middle school had productions that we did with our show choir, and I really started to get in through that way. But I guess knowing that I wanted to like do it as a career didn't come to like after high school when I was just kind of like hanging around. I was working at Disney. I wasn't going to college actually after I graduated high school. Long story short, graduated high school early, did an exchange year in Belgium, came back, was working at Disney and Universal, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I think the thing that I just kept coming back to was theater. So that's kind of how I knew, was that was always such a big constant in my life and something that I've always loved. You just kind of know, I guess. Sydney asked, what is your best acting advice? What's helped you the most? I think the thing that has helped me the most is to be reactive with your scene partner. We can talk about monologues in a whole nother separate video. Again, I really don't like monologues, but we all got to do them. But in regards to like scene work with another partner, because that's usually what you're going to be doing, just being reactive and listening to your partner. When your partner says something with a certain inflection, because that's how, you know, that's the motivation they're giving their character, don't react to the words that they're saying necessarily, because you know, you already have that script. The script is already there, but instead use the words of the script and react to the feelings that they're giving you. I'm definitely not an acting coach, and acting's like kind of new to me. I always like acted, but I never like started to like train in acting until college. So I think just the biggest thing that has helped me personally is to be reactive with your partner and to listen. Listening is the top part ever of anything. If you're sitting in a scene and someone's talking, you don't have any lines, but you're still listening and you're still reacting. So that's, I think, my biggest advice. What's one Broadway show that you'd love to see made into a movie? My Heart on Gold Paper asked this. I don't know. That's a wonderful question and not one that I have actually thought of. I definitely have some favorite shows, but a lot of them started as movies, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously Wicked, I guess. I've been waiting for that to be made into a movie, and I'm sure everyone else has. So I'm gonna say Wicked because we're all waiting for that. But a lot of the shows that I like already actually are movies, so interesting question. Erica Johnson asked an interesting question, and I want to answer it. The question is, when did you realize you were talented? I think it would be wrong of me to say, oh, like, I'm not. Like, that's the kind of the first thing that we want to do as performers is be like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, no, I'm not. Like, when people are like, oh, do you sing? And I'm like, oh, kinda. Like, you know, there is some pride to take in that, and I do know that I am talented, but I am not big-headed about it, I guess, if that makes sense. But to maintain a career in theater, you have to know that you have some talent. You have to know that you can go in and command a room, and you have to know that you belong. And so I don't know exactly the first time I realized I was talented, but the first time I think I realized that, like, I guess, you know, I could do this, I could progress. I guess I'm brought back to like my 3rd grade solo. We were singing Go Tell It on the Mountain, and I auditioned for the solo and I got it. And I think that's a lot of people's first, like, oh, they have something there. And that, it's not just me, that happens to a ton of people. But I think getting encouragement from a young age is super helpful in realizing, like, oh, maybe I could do this. Even if I absolutely wasn't the best singer in 3rd grade, which I absolutely was not, it just kind of, you know, progresses you. And I think it was in 7th grade, I was doing like an all-county chorus and I auditioned for the solo. I sang it and that was like one of the first times I'd ever tried to like belt, and I belted it and I'm like, oh, what just came out of me? That was strange. And then the lady was like, do it again. I'm like, wait, what? So I think it's just a mix of things. And like I said, I would take this answer with a grain of salt, because this is not me being like, oh, I'm so talented, because that's not me. And I know I have so many things to work on, as we all do. This career is a career where you never stop learning. But I think it's also important to have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Yeah, that's my answer to that question. Very long-winded, sorry, but I felt like I needed to explain. Charlie asked, please tell us some mishaps on stage. I love to hear them. I need to compile a list because I have not sat down to think about it, and I will make that into a whole nother video for you guys. I have like 2 in my head right now, but I feel like there's more because I've been doing this forever. So I'm gonna make that into a whole video about mishaps. Let me know in the comments if you guys wanna see that. I will try to get that up soon, but I do need to sit down and like think about the things that have happened, because there's definitely been a bunch, but I will write this down and I will make another video for you guys. Tyra asked, have you watched any Star Kid musicals? If not, you definitely should. They're free on YouTube. I have watched Star Kid. I was a big Harry Potter musical nerd. I guess that was that middle school? I think that was either middle school or like early high school for me. Loved the first one. Iffy about the second, and I never saw the third one. And I have not seen any other productions actually, but I was a huge fan of the first one because obviously I love theater and obviously I love Harry Potter so much. So I'm a big fan of that one, but I actually really haven't seen the other ones. So if I should, let me know in the comments which ones I should watch, because I know they have a few of them. Maddie asked, the first experience with theater, first thing you saw and first thing you performed. I love this question. The first thing I saw was probably Lion King, I believe. There was never like a specific production where I was like, I want to do that. It was more in 6th grade, my library teacher actually came into our chorus class and introduced us to Wicked. That was like literally my first like, oh my god. And then I went home every day after school. I was like sitting on the bus and so excited to go home so I could listen to One Short Day and all of the songs. So I never had like a theater experience to set me off, I guess, but I definitely had influences from music. And then I think I persuaded my dad to go take me to see The Lion King or something, because I'm like, it's a musical. And then everybody that was in that playbill, I like looked through them and I'm like, Dad, they were in Wicked, because that was just my thing, as I'm sure it was everybody else's. So I think Lion King was the first like professional show that I saw. The first thing that I performed in were definitely like just those little musicals in elementary school. I think I said this in my last Q&A, but the first one that I remember doing, I was moon number like 7 in our planetary production. I wanted to be the Earth because the Earth had the solos. Yes, I'm still bitter about it, but she did a great job. So I think that was the first time I ever like performed in a show. Charlie asked, what was your first role? My first role was probably in Big Bad Musical. I was the girl who cried wolf. Interesting production, let me tell you. It was great. It was my show choir, but like I said in my last video, we ran out of boys, so it was me. I think that was my first like role aside from moon number 7. That was the first one, I think. If you could see a show with its original cast, what show would you see? Ooh, I don't know. I want to say I hate myself for saying this. Wicked. That show started everything for me, so like I feel like I have to say that. I've met Idina Menzel, I got to see her in concert. I'm a huge fan of Kristen Chenoweth, Joe Gray, literally everybody in that production is just fantastic, and I think that's such a historical OBC, so I think I'd really like to see that one. If I can think of like an older one, I'll let you guys know, but definitely, yeah, probably Wicked. Which Broadway character do you think you're most like? Oh, that's so interesting. Oh man. Oh my god, I'm just like sitting here brainstorming. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me. So usually like when I need to think about musicals, I'll open up my Spotify and then go to my daily mix, and then I'll just like scroll through the ones that are on there to see what I have listened to recently, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it jogs my memory. I would probably say Jerusha Abbott and Daddy Longlegs. Daddy Longlegs is, along with Anastasia. Oh, dang it, Anastasia too. Me and Anya are like, dang it. Okay, I'm gonna say Anya and Jerusha Abbott from Daddy Longlegs, but I'll talk about Jerusha for a second. Basically, Daddy Longlegs was an off-Broadway production, and I had loved it for like 5 years prior to that. Flew up to New York to go see it off-Broadway. Megan McGinnis was in it. It's amazing. It's actually on Broadway HD, I believe. I've not seen that filmed production, but I did see that show, so I've seen it. But Jerusha Abbott is a remarkable character. She is a wonderful young woman who gets her school paid for by a benefactor, and she gets to go to college and she gets to learn, and she's kind of experiencing the world for the first time because she's grown up in an orphanage, very secluded from other people, and she's kind of learning about the life around her. She's just got such like a kind heart. She's very intelligent and she asks a lot of questions and she likes to know how things work. She falls in love easily. I don't know, I just really, really love her character, and I don't know if I want to say that I'm the most like her, but I think our spirits are the most aligned, and I also think that she is a character that I achieved to be in her strength and all of the things. Oh, I'm getting chills. I just love Daddy Longlegs so much. If you guys have not seen that show, go on Broadway HD. I believe it's free right now. Go check it out. Oh, it's so good. And the music is so good. Alright everyone, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys want to see more of these Q&As, let me know in the comments below. I might make this like a once a month type deal. I don't want to overwhelm you on Q&As because I feel like it's a lot. But I also will do more on my Instagram and just answer them through there. If you guys want to go ahead and follow me over there, I'll put the thing here. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one, and stay safe and stay inside. Please don't go outside. Don't do it.